What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kia. We back this week with some more fire. In this tutorial, we're going to cover everything from makeup all the way down to the bundles. So any questions you guys have, just leave those in the comments below. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, so here, just like last time, I'm starting with the calamine lotion. I use that because I have super oily skin and I like to make sure that my pores are closed as much as possible. So that's why I used the primer first and then I went back over it with the calamine lotion because that helps. It doesn't really dry your skin up, but it kind of fills in your pores. Like if you have large pores, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When your pores are open, it's so easy to see them. So that calamine lotion kind of closes that up so that it gives it a more seamless look when you put your foundation on. And we're struggling. I don't know why it's so hard for me to get this cap off every time, but I almost always spill that. That's my Il Makiage foundation, and just ignore that little piece of hair in the back. I normally, do that on my hand every time. That's my foundation brush. It's more like a stipling brush. I think that's what it's called. And I use that because it spreads the foundation the most, but it keeps it from being like too flat on the brush. The bristles are kind of uneven, and so that helps me to blend that in. That is a terrible acne scar, and so I'm just showing the difference between when I don't have the foundation on and when I do have the foundation on. So I just like to spread that out really good and really evenly. Gotta do a good bend head bounce so you know the foundation is right. You feel me? Next, I'm moving on to my eyebrows, in which I just take the little spoolie and I brush them out at first. And I don't remember why I always started doing my eyebrows like this, but I do have a logic behind it. I put my concealer on first because I used to do my brows and I would put the concealer on afterwards, and I felt like I would make more of a mess and it would take me longer. But for some reason, it's easier for me to put my concealer on first because it helps to highlight the shape of my brow a little bit better. And so when I get ready to go in with that pencil to trace them or draw them in, it's a little bit easier for me and it comes out a little bit neater than if I don't put the concealer on. I could still do it both ways, but it's just a little bit better for me. I don't have extremely big brows or full brows, so I like to use the concealer first, and you'll see that in a second. I use the MAC dipping powder, which is kind of like a liquid eyeliner in a canister. And that's just easiest for me. I believe it's called espresso for the color, or like dark brown. I don't know, something like that. It's in the link below. But immediately following brows, I always go in with eyeshadow. Normally I do a brown, but this time I went in with a couple browns and oranges because it's fall and I love it here. Next, I go in with my concealer, and that's also by MAC. I use a sponge to blend that in first, and then I go back in with a brush because I just feel like it covers those heavy makeup lines of demarcation, and I hate those. I hate when I see people's makeup or even my own makeup and it's not blended well, and it just doesn't look like a natural face. So I like for my face to look natural but enhanced. So yes, I want to have on heavy makeup, and so I'm going to go in and blend it out. I go in after that with the e.l.f. foundation stick as my contour, and then I just blend that out with a brush as well. I don't really like to use a sponge for that, and I normally don't bake, but today I'm baking. So I go in with that setting powder, which is like a banana color, but it's not necessarily banana. So I'll be set a little bit lighter than I normally am. I go back through with a little bit of bronzer and blush afterwards, just so I can add a little more color back to myself. Of course, the obvious, a little bit of liner and lip gloss, just to finish the look out. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in and touch up my edges and then get to wand curling. You ladies already know I have a quick weave in. I swear by them. If you have not watched my previous videos, you know I won't do anything on myself other than a quick weave. As far as an extension install, these are my very own luxury brand bundles that I am rocking. This is an 18, 20, and 22 and a body wave. I did rinse them jet black, which I normally do because I do not like any other color. I do have leave out, which means that I do have a portion of my own hair left out and I have my edges left out. I don't always do that. I do love to wear with closures, but this time I did want to change it up just a little bit. It's starting to cool down so I don't have to flat iron my hair as much. I don't have any heat damage from leaving my hair out, but I do love to have it as natural as possible as far as wearing it so that I get the most wear out of it, but that it doesn't look extremely unweavable, too extra, too full. And so today I decided to wand curl it because I normally hand curl it, and those don't last as long unless you pin them up, pin curl them at night, put rods in them, and I don't prefer to sleep like that. I like to sleep extremely comfortable, and so I wand curl mine and I just throw on my bonnet. I'll also put a link below where I get my bonnet from. It's a silk bonnet. It does not have one of those annoying bands that rub on your edges, which is why I normally don't like bonnets. I love silk scarves, but I purchased one from a local hairstylist, Brisha Latrice, who is also licensed, and I get my products from her sometimes, so I'll put that in the link below as well. But other than that, we can just go ahead and finish this tutorial. You guys let me know what you think of the look. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what kind of things you're looking forward to. Thanks for watching.